Hello everybody, I am Dr. Deepak Langade, Professor at Department of Pharmacology, D.Y. Patil University, School of Medicine, Navi Mumbai. Now we all are facing a big pandemic since last more than a year when first the virus, that COVID virus got entry into our country in the month of Feb 2020, and we all are facing a huge challenge in terms of healthcare facilities, in terms of healthcare management, in terms of managing day-to-day life in all professions. And fortunately, we have also been able to develop vaccines for this COVID virus. The vaccines which were approved by the Government of India, the Office of CDSCO, was Covishield by the Serum Institute and Covaxin by the Bharat Biotech. So both these vaccines are different vaccines, and recently the government has also approved the use of Sputnik V, which is a vaccine developed in Russia, and it is being marketed by Dr. Reddy. So currently 3 vaccines are available in India, and all 3 are available in public domain. The vaccines which we intend or we hope that will be coming in near future will be one of the vaccines by Cadila, Zydus Cadila. Then we can also have a Covaxin variant which will be administered in the nasal spray form. So instead of injection, it will be a spray to be given in the nose. And then we may have other vaccines available from companies like Pfizer, Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. Apart from this, there are many other vaccines which have been developed by different biotech companies from India also, and those would go into clinical trial phases and would soon be available for mass use. Now, of the currently available 3 vaccines in India, Covaxin and Sputnik V, these 2 are exactly same vaccines which are delivered through a virus to the humans. Covaxin is nothing but it's a entire coronavirus which is inactivated and administered as a vaccine. So technologically these 2 vaccines are different, but the purpose and the function is same. That is where there is a lot of confusion regarding which vaccine to be taken, which vaccine is better. I would say that all vaccines which are developed or which are available and authorized for human use are equally effective. The efficacy of the vaccines could slightly range from 80% to 95%, but all vaccines are equally effective and safe. Who can take a vaccine and who should not take a vaccine? Can it be taken by children? Yes, it can be taken, but as of now, we do not have any evidence to demonstrate the safety of any of the vaccines in children. But yes, everybody should be vaccinated. Can menstruating women take a vaccine? Yes, they should definitely take a vaccine. Can women in pregnancy and lactation take a vaccine? As of now, there is no data regarding the safety of any of the vaccines in pregnant women and lactating women. But there is no contraindication per se. These populations should also receive vaccine sometime or the later. Are the currently available vaccines able to tackle the mutant strains of virus also? I would say yes, because there is no evidence as such which demonstrates that any of the vaccines are not effective against the mutant strains. Many people have a confusion as to whether COVID vaccine can itself cause disease. I would say no. None of the COVID vaccines will cause a disease. However, people who are vaccinated may get some signs and symptoms similar to COVID disease. What happens after COVID vaccination? Now, many times people may get slight redness, swelling or pain at the site of injection. Some people may also get symptoms like fever, feeling of colds or what we call the chills, and body ache, nausea. And these can be simply managed at home. So symptoms like fever and muscle pain can be managed by taking a tablet of paracetamol, and that will take care of that. Local swelling and pain can be minimized by simple exercise like hand movements, which will help decrease the pain and swelling. Once a person takes a vaccine, that doesn't mean that he is completely protected from the disease. So there's a period of at least 15 days after the last dose of the vaccine that the person still remains completely unprotected. Now in between this period, may get a new or a fresh infection of virus. And that is the reason why it is advised to take all precautions even if a person is vaccinated. Now, what is the recommended gap between the two doses of vaccines? Because all the three vaccines available currently are having two doses. For like Covaxin, a 4 weeks gap between the two doses is mandatory. However, for Covishield vaccine, the gap between the two doses can be flexible. Initially, it was recommended as 4 weeks. Now, based on the information available, based on the data available from different clinical trials, it is suggested that the second dose of the vaccine can be extended by 6 to 12 weeks. And that is the reason why the Government of India currently recommends to extend the second dose of Covishield by 8 to 12 weeks. Who should not take COVID vaccine? There is only one contraindication for COVID vaccination, and that is those individuals, those people who have experienced any kind of allergic reaction or anaphylactic reaction after the first dose, or if somebody has a severe allergic reaction after administration of any of the vaccines in their past. So this is the only contraindication for use of COVID vaccines. Otherwise, everybody else can receive the vaccine safely. COVID is going to stay here with us for quite some time. It could be a year, it could be 2 years, we don't know. Which vaccine to take? Don't wait for any particular vaccine. Whichever vaccine is available to you at your convenience, please take it as early as possible. We as humans would be able to conquer the COVID disease or this pandemic only by ensuring that we do complete immunization of entire population. So remember, unless or until we give vaccines to the entire population of our country and the world, the COVID is going to remain with us. So thank you so much. Be safe, be happy, be healthy.